Do you have more than 60 years old and feel like you're losing strength with each passing day? Has getting up from a chair become a challenge? Does the fear of falling paralyze you? Then you need to watch this video until the end, because what I'm about to reveal could completely change your life. I've been a geriatrics and metabolism specialist for over 15 years, and what we've recently discovered is leaving doctors worldwide in complete shock. It's about a specific ingredient that can rebuild your muscles without you needing to do a single strenuous exercise. I know it sounds impossible, but the scientific data is irrefutable. Before I continue, tell me in the comments how old you are and what city you're watching from. Let's build a community of strength and independence. Sarcopenia affects 30% of people over 60, according to the American Geriatric Society. But today, you're going to discover the 7 hidden secrets of sarcopenia that no one told you about. First secret: the lie that aging means losing muscle and the true silent culprit. For decades, we believed that losing muscle mass was inevitable with age, that it was just a natural part of aging to accept progressive weakness. But recent Harvard research has revealed something shocking. Muscle loss isn't just caused by age, but by a specific cellular process that can be reversed. It's as if your muscle cells enter a premature hibernation mode. And the worst part is that 95% of doctors still don't know about this revolutionary discovery. Imagine the frustration of trying to open a jar of jam, and your hands simply don't have the strength. The lid won't budge, and you feel a sharp pain in your joint. Or the embarrassment of needing help to get up from a soft armchair. Your muscles tremble, and your legs buckle like jelly, unable to support your own weight. You feel the weight of age in every movement, every uncertain step. But if you thought muscle loss was just an inevitable consequence of aging, wait until you discover the true silent cause that's stealing your strength, and that most doctors completely ignore, keeping you trapped in a cycle of weakness. Second secret: the key ingredient, the discovery that left doctors in shock and reverses time. Visualize the scene of renowned doctors at an international conference with their eyes wide open, almost disbelieving as a researcher presents irrefutable data about this ingredient. You can almost hear the murmur of surprise, the sound of pens scribbling frantically. It's a specific compound that acts directly on muscle mitochondria, reactivating the protein synthesis process that was dormant. Preliminary studies showed an increase of up to 8% in lean muscle mass in just 6 to 8 weeks, without the need for strenuous physical effort. Compare that to intense exercise, which takes 6 to 12 months to generate a gain of only 3 to 5%. The difference is impressive and revolutionary. Mrs. Mary Johnson, 78 years old, is living proof of this transformation. She lived in a small apartment, afraid to go out alone, dependent on her daughter for groceries and heavier tasks. She felt constant pain in her knees and hips, attributing it to age. Her routine was mostly sedentary, watching TV most of the day, feeling increasingly confined and useless, until she heard about the ingredient from a friend who noticed an impressive improvement. With skepticism but also desperation, Mrs. Mary Johnson decided to research and incorporate the ingredient into her diet. In just 3 months, she began to feel a strength and energy she hadn't felt in years. She could get up from a chair without support, climb stairs without getting winded. To her family's surprise and joy, she started walking in the park daily for 40 minutes again. Today, at 80, she does gardening and takes care of her grandchildren with renewed energy. She's planning a bus trip to visit distant relatives, something unthinkable before. She has become living proof that your independence doesn't have to be a distant memory. Third secret: how this secret ingredient reverses muscle atrophy at a cellular level and naturally. The mechanism of action of this ingredient is fascinating and complex. It contains bioactive peptides that penetrate muscle fibers, directly stimulating muscle growth receptors. It's as if it wakes your muscle cells from a deep sleep, reactivating regeneration processes that have been inactive for years. Research from the Journal of the American Medical Association confirms the loss of just 10% of muscle mass in elderly individuals increases the risk of falls by 300%. But this ingredient works on multiple fronts simultaneously. First, it increases muscle protein synthesis by up to 47%. Second, it reduces muscle degradation by 23%, blocking destructive enzymes. Third, It improves neuromuscular communication, strengthening connections. It's a complete approach that rebuilds strength from the inside out. You now understand how this ingredient acts at a cellular level. But if you thought all you had to do was find it, get ready. There are 3 critical mistakes almost everyone makes that can completely nullify its miraculous effects. The third one is the most shocking and common, and you're probably making it right now. Fourth secret: the 3 fatal mistakes you make daily that nullify the power of this ingredient. First fatal mistake: consuming the ingredient at the wrong time of day. Optimal absorption happens in the morning on an empty stomach when your receptors are most sensitive. Taking it at night reduces effectiveness by up to 60%, wasting its potential. Second mistake: mixing it with foods that block absorption. Coffee, black tea, and whole dairy products create a barrier that prevents it from entering cells. You need to wait at least 30 minutes between consumption. Third mistake, and the most devastating: not maintaining daily consistency. Skipping days or taking irregular doses erases all progress achieved. Muscle cells need constant stimulation to regenerate. Mr. John Davis, 72 years old, learned this the hard way. He was always an active and independent man, but after 65 he began to feel a gradual loss of strength. He ignored the first signs, like difficulty carrying bags or opening jars, attributing it to normal and inevitable aging. A friend mentioned the research about the ingredient, but Mr. John Davis dismissed it. He said these things are inventions for people with money to waste on nonsense. He continued with his routine of little activity and an ordinary diet. The loss of strength progressed rapidly, resulting in imbalance and chronic weakness. One day, while trying to reach for something on a high shelf, he lost his balance. He suffered a severe fall, resulting in a painful femur fracture. After surgery, recovery was slow and painful, requiring months of physical therapy. Still, he did not regain full mobility. Today, he walks with the aid of a cane and needs help with many activities. The independence he valued so much was severely compromised. He deeply regrets not having paid attention to the signs. Comment now if you're still watching. Type 1 in the comments. It's important to know how many are committed to their transformation. Fifth secret: the perfect dose. How to integrate the ingredient into your routine for maximum results and safety. The ideal dosage, according to rigorous clinical studies, is 10 to 15 grams daily. No more, no less, as the body has an absorption limit. Mix it in 6 to 7 ounces of water, natural juice, or skim yogurt. Always in the morning, 30 minutes before breakfast. Preparation takes less than 1 minute and fits perfectly into any routine. To enhance the effects, add 20 to 30 minutes of light walking, not as intense exercise, but to optimize circulation and absorption. Do this 3 to 4 times a week at your own pace. Supplement with 2 daily servings of foods rich in vitamin D and magnesium. Eggs, fatty fish like salmon and sardines, mushrooms, and dark leafy greens. These nutrients create a conducive internal environment for muscle rebuilding. The World Health Organization points out that costs associated with falls in elderly Americans exceed $3 billion annually in the United States, with muscle weakness being a key and preventable factor. Now that you know how to use this power, you might be thinking the benefits stop at the muscles. But if you thought that was the only transformation, wait until you see the domino effect. This ingredient can trigger transformations in your entire health and well-being, changing your life in ways you never imagined, and giving you a vitality you haven't felt in decades. Sixth secret: the domino effect. Unexpected benefits beyond muscles that will transform your life. The first additional benefit is a dramatic improvement in balance and coordination, reducing the risk of falls by up to 73%, according to Mayo Clinic data. You'll trust your movements again without constant fear. Second surprising benefit: significant improvement in bone density. The ingredient stimulates the production of osteoblasts, cells that build bones, preventing fractures and osteoporosis naturally and effectively. Third benefit: a 35% increase in energy levels and vitality. Stronger muscles mean a more efficient metabolism. You wake up with more vitality and maintain energy throughout the day. Fourth benefit: cognitive improvement and reduced risk of dementia. Studies show that preserved muscle mass protects the brain. The muscle-brain connection is more powerful than we imagined. Fifth benefit, reduction of joint pain by up to 58%. Strong muscles protect joints, reducing impact and wear. Many pains you attribute to age can simply disappear. Your independence doesn't have to be a distant memory when you have these tools. Sixth benefit, improved sleep quality and nightly recovery. Healthy muscles regulate sleep hormones like melatonin. You sleep better and wake up truly rested. Visualize yourself a few months from now. You wake up with renewed energy. You get out of bed with ease, without pain, feeling firmness in your muscles. You feel the lightness in every step as you climb stairs without getting winded. Imagine the joy of holding your grandchild in your arms again, feeling the warmth of the hug without fear of not being able to hold them, or walking through a park for hours, feeling the sun on your face and the wind in your hair, without the slightest trace of fatigue or fear of falling. It's the lightness of a body that responds, the freedom of a full life. Seventh secret, your battle plan. Rebuild your strength and independence in just 8 weeks. Weeks 1 and 2, adaptation and cellular preparation phase. Start with 10 grams of the ingredient every morning on an empty stomach. Establish a fixed time to create an unbreakable habit. Eliminate interferences like coffee for the first 30 minutes. Hydrate with at least half a gallon of water throughout the day. Weeks 3 and 4, activation and first results phase. Increase to 12 grams, maintaining absolute consistency. Add 15-minute light walks 3 times a week. Include eggs for breakfast and fish for lunch. You'll already feel more ease in getting up and moving around. Weeks 5 and 6, acceleration and visible gains phase. Maintain 12 to 15 grams according to your individual response. Increase walks to 20 to 25 minutes 4 times a week. Add simple exercises like 10 sit-to-stands. Friends and family will start to notice your new vitality. Weeks 7 and 8, consolidation and complete transformation phase. Ideal dose established between 12 to 15 grams daily. 30-minute walks become enjoyable, not obligatory. Strength increased by an average of 8%. Visibly increased muscle mass. Independence regained, confidence restored, life transformed. It's crucial to consult your doctor before starting to adjust to your needs. Every body is unique and deserves personalized attention, but the science is clear. The results are reproducible and transformative. We've reached the end of this revealing journey, but your new beginning is just starting. Remember when I said your independence doesn't have to be a distant memory? Now you have the knowledge and tools to make that a reality. It's not about accepting decline as inevitable, but about taking control. Research from renowned institutions like Harvard Medical School and publications in The Lancet confirm. Maintaining muscle mass is one of the strongest predictors of longevity, surpassing even weight management in crucial aspects. You've discovered the 7 secrets the traditional system doesn't tell you. You've learned about the ingredient that's revolutionizing geriatrics worldwide. You've understood the cellular mechanisms and the mistakes you must avoid. You've heard real stories of transformation and also of regret. You have a detailed 8-week plan to regain your strength, but knowledge without action is just wasted potential. That's why I need you to take 3 actions right now. First, share this video with at least 3 people over 60. Someone you love who urgently needs this information. It could be a relative, friend, or neighbor who is suffering from loss of strength. You could be the person who changes their lives forever. Second, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to receive more life-saving alerts. Every week, I bring scientific discoveries that can transform your aging journey. Third, and most important, comment which of the 7 secrets surprised you the most. Your participation helps others in the same situation and builds our community of support. Like the video if this information was valuable to you. Every like helps YouTube show this content to more people who need it. Always remember to consult your doctor before making changes to your health routine. This content is educational and does not replace professional medical advice. But now you are armed with knowledge that can change everything. The choice is yours. Continue losing strength day after day, or take control and reclaim the full life you deserve. Your new journey of strength, independence, and vitality begins now. Because your independence definitely doesn't have to be a distant memory.